Hello students, I am here to discuss about the EED, Environmental Education. Today we discuss chapter 5. The heading of the chapter is Mineral and Energy Resources. You know, mineral we get from mines, energy also we get from mines or other sources. So these two things are very useful for the development of industries, for development of our activities. So see, what is mineral? How you define it? Mineral resources are useful or inorganic substance that occur naturally in the earth crust. Earth crust having rich source of mineral, and this mineral we got from the earth crust after mining activity. You know, mining means removal of the forest or topland which have vegetated or no vegetation there, and after that we make a pit there, and open cast or closed mining takes place there, and then minerals or ore take out from the deep earth or crust. Types of minerals. So how many types of minerals we use or it is useful for us? The first one, fuel as a mineral, metallic minerals and non-metallic minerals. So we use different type of fuel, that is coal, petroleum oil, crude oil, natural gas. These are the fuel which we use as a mineral resources to us. You know, in everyday life we use to cook food. That fuel, that energy containing that fuel is coal. Either the natural gas or the LPG. Natural gas today used in different vehicles to minimize the pollution level. And crude oil, which is fractionally distillated, and after that we make so many products of them like petrol, diesel, kerosene. So these crude oil make us rich, and variable sources they provide us to use. So this is the way fuel is very important. Fuel plays very important role in our domestic as well as the industrial activities. So in vehicles they also means transportation also helped by the fuel. So domestic, industrial and transportation. So these three things used fuel for their activities, for their upliftment or for their processing. Now metallic minerals, example iron, aluminium, these are the metallic minerals. Metallic minerals means, you know, iron is the pillar of all the industries. Means if you want to make an industry, so without iron, because it is called backbone of the industry. So industrialization takes place due to presence of iron, because machinery, goods or other things made by iron. So infrastructure making required iron. Aluminium is also important metal which required for making different type of alloys of it, and for the industry of aeroplane or different other activities, other things made by the alloy of aluminium. So this is the another use of metallic minerals. Non-metallic minerals also useful to us and having different type of things made by them. Sulfur, phosphate, phosphorus, these are the things which are required for the fertilizer making industries and useful for our crop production. So this is the different type of minerals which are used in our daily life as well as industry as well as our different developing activities. So see, these minerals are found here and there in the earth crust. Some country having rich source, rich deposit of mineral, some having no mineral. So the country which have more minerals, they develop more because they take or they support the country to develop by providing the usefulness of the minerals. So some country which have no minerals, they can import minerals, and then they use maximum of their capitals for that purpose. So India having a rich source of minerals, and they also having some activities which is based on mineral sources or other things. So say when there is the rich source of mineral in our country, in a country, then what happens? They are having the raw materials of their own, and then they do activities by their technology or other things to uplift the activities or uplift the development. So developing country, by taking these minerals or things, can develop, and they can also help to maintain the activity of their growth, of their economic progress. Nowadays, use of minerals are very much, but really they are exploited. Exploited means overusing of the minerals takes place. So when there is overuse of minerals, what happens after that? So it will over after some times. So if the mineral is not present, then after the activities become in vain. Suppose coal, oil, natural gas, these are the non-renewable resources. When it is not present, what happens? We are unable to continue the system which are operated or which are necessary for their coal energy. They use coal energy, they can't be continued. Fuel and natural gas, these all are the things which are really provide our vehicles, transportation, industrial activities or domestic activities, and they help us to do our progress. So if these minerals are lacking due to overuse, due to excessive use of them, then after they will not present for our future use. So see, exploitation should be prohibited, or it should be removed. Means it should be exploitation should not be done for any type of minerals present nearby. Now energy resources means the energy which we use in our day-to-day activities. So this energy resources are the fossil fuel, the non-conventional means alternative source of energy, alternative source of energy. So this is the things which we use today. Nowadays, this coal, oil, natural gas is used, means as a fossil fuel. But non-conventional means solar energy, wind energy, water energy is also used. Nowadays, very important source of energy and very necessary, because this is a requirement of our own activities, or developing countries require these energy resources for conserving their coal, petrol, diesel or natural gas systems or their resources. So how? Nuclear power plant. So nuclear energy is one of the best source of energy which is required for uplifting, or it is the demand of modern lifestyle, because it has no pollution, because it is the rich source of energy, and though it is unsafe or it is dangerous for the normal condition, so which if the nuclear power plants established in the faraway area, rare places where there is no density of population takes place, so in that area if the nuclear power plant is established, then after it is very easy to consume the nuclear power plant's energy, that is the energy of radioactive substances, uranium, thorium, radium. So these resources provide us the energy in high amount, and it is the pollution free energy sources. So the today's dealing with the nuclear power activities or energy is very much and required, but it should be in safe manner. Otherwise, so many activities which are really drastic, or so many accidents takes place by the help of nuclear power plants, we know about that. Means that is very dangerous for the humankind as well as the nature. So see, energy resources from fossils. Fossil fuels are the main source of energy in our country, and really we depend on coal earlier, after that the petrol, and then today natural gas, and so many other things which are really used one and can't use again and again. So this is the fossils fuel which is really useful to us, but for its conservation, for its preservation, we have to use alternative source in spite of the main sources. So alternative sources are very much in amount, and it will last longer. So if we use them more and more, it will thou not over from its existence. So see, this energy source is very much required to us, and we should develop the technology for achieving other alternative source of energy which is present in more amount, or which is renewable type of energy. So say coal, petrol, diesel, natural gas, these are the energy resources from fossil fuel, and it is over after one use. Coal, when you purchase coal and burn it in oven, okay, it will over and it become ash. So that ash is not useful because it has no energy content. It is the waste of the burning of coal. Petrol, diesel, so these are the things which we use in our vehicles, in our motor or machine system. Then after they will over after once use. Natural gas, today very much demand of natural gas for the vehicles in the metropolitan cities, because natural gas is implemented. So other petrol or diesel operated vehicles having more pollution regarding the emission of the things from the vehicle cylinder or other things. So this will means this is the harmful substance, means this is the energy efficient substance which make pollution more and more. That's why the natural gas is required for the, that is the compressed CNG gas, CNG required for the proper pollution free transportation. We use LPG in our house. So in spite of coal, in spite of wood, so they provide more amount of smoke and cause damage to our air, means it hamper the naturality of the air. So we should use LPG, or it is a very safe and also very energy efficient and pollution free. Less pollution is created by LPG cylinder. So this is the way by which we can help nature, and we also protect or conserve our energy resources for future use. So this is the fossil fuel, main fuel of our uses. Now non-conventional source means alternative source of energy, that is sunlight, wind, water. So these are the alternative, or we can say renewable resources which is found in maximum or more amount in our environment. So if you use sunlight more and more, what happens? It will not never end. So we can use a technology which is really required to use the sunlight, solar plates we can establish on rooftop, or the solar plate which is useful to convert the solar energy into chemical energy, and that chemical energy again we used by the different systems. So wind energy, the windmill can operate it in different areas, mainly the sea beach areas, and this wind energy is useful for grinding the food, for the activity of the generating electricity. So this is the way wind energy is useful for us. Now the water energy means, dam is a multi-purpose project which are useful for. So wind energy is useful to us. Now water energy, dam is a multi-purpose project. So when dam is established any places, or dam is constructed any places, for what purpose? The first purpose is to generate electricity, that is the hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity. electricity. Hydroelectricity is the electricity which is generated by the power, means water, source of water, means in dam there is maximum amount of water present, and after that we can release this water, means according to our desire or our need. So after releasing the water from the dam, we can move the turbine, and the turbine release energy and they make electricity. So this is the water electricity, means hydroelectricity, which is really very cheaper to make and also very useful to us, because when it comes to us, our dependency on energy become very much hydroelectricity very much increases, and it is the cheap source as well as it is the easy available activities to water bodies. So say dam is not only for the electricity generation, so dam having other activities. So as I told that a dam having hydroelectricity production. Second one, that is pisciculture. Pisciculture takes place in dam. Third one, the dam is useful for what purpose? For irrigation of nearby area. It is also useful for supplying drinking water. Drinking water. It is also useful for recreation. So this is the dam which is of different purposes, and it is useful to us in our day-to-day life. Now say the developing countries use more and more fuel, and really they have to choose the non-conventional resources, otherwise when they go towards the use of overuse of fuels or the non-renewable resources, they can lost all the resources, and finally this is the lack of the resources may hamper their development and may control or seize, or development become negative in that sense. So fossil fuels are non-renewable sources of energy, hence it is important to explore more and more alternative source of energy. So no need to use more it, we can use this one. Nowadays the e-rickshaw is very much implemented in place of the other vehicles or auto. So say e-rickshaw is operated by the help of electricity, and they charge their batteries and then move without pollution and without sound. So this is very beneficial, and really it is a good step for the environmental protection or for the pollution free environment. So second thing, that is we also having the bike or two-wheelers which have battery operated systems. So these two-wheelers are also useful for our future generation, because if we improve the two-wheelers which have battery operated, then after the use of petrol, consumption of petrol, diesel or other things become decreases. So this is the way which is useful, means we can help the environment as well as help the fossil fuel or the non-renewable resources of energy protected, and then the environment become fresh or healthy, and the fossil fuel become last longer because of their minimum use. So this is the way we can understood about the mineral and energy resources of our nature. So these things should be maintained, and keep in mind that if we use minerals, it should be in honest way or it should be in proper way. If we use the energy resources, it is also mainly of alternative type, not the main type of energy resources. The alternative source of energy is very much in amount, it will never last. So dear students, you think about upliftment of the environment as well as the natural resources which are really less in amount and more useful should proceed and should conserve for future, as well as it should be maintained for their naturality, and we use more amount of sunlight energy, wind energy and water energy. So dam project, multi-purpose project, and we follow them, we use them for the generation, next generation. Otherwise for next generation there should not be fossil fuel for their use. So they claim us that our ancestors or our grandfather will not leave anything to our use. So this is the activities which is going on around us, and we people have the responsibility to make them maintained as well as for future generation. Okay, thank you.